Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Wednesday, April 14th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Come on in. Running a little bit behind. Thank you for everybody checking in on me to make sure I was okay. Appreciate that. All right. Oh. All righty. Good to see everybody. Hello, Melba. Let me go ahead and get a couple of things adjusted here. There we go. All right. Hello to everybody who's popping into the room. Love to see you guys. Running a little late. I had a tree go down in my yard a few weeks ago and had to get it cut down. And the gentleman that came to cut it down showed up this evening. Excuse me. Sorry. So I had to chat with him. Hello, Jean. So I've got several things in mind to show you tonight. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you why you're not getting notices. You know, it's Facebook. Oh, man. Okay. So this piece here, I wanted to show you real quick. I basically finished it up. Got my light and dark sand areas, made the sand darker to have this show. Put some sand on our fat lady. And the other thing that I wanted to show you, zoom in. Zoom in. Hi, Ronnie. Zoom in. Zoom out. Okay. So let me explain a little bit about what's going on here. As I'm catching my breath. Let me do announcements real quick. So we've got an event coming up. Somebody tell me what our next event is, guys. And by the way, Jillian should be announcing the winner tonight. If not, it'll be later this week. What's our next event, guys? Dawn. Great. What's the day for Dawn? We're doing a duet coloring. Sound check, by the way. Hello, Rebecca. The 20, no, not the 27th. 20th. Ronnie's got it right. April 20th at 7 p.m. Okay, I'm going to do an impromptu introduction. It's the 20th, guys, for Dawn. Okay, Lila. And we are doing this and introduce what? Okay, Daniel. All right, let's pull back, everybody. So Daniel is the next artist that I'm going to be introducing. We're getting the cart in front of the horse here at the moment. And this is through Jolt Book and Jillian. Hello, Helen. So let me do this. Daniel, what kind of phone are you working? Are you on a computer? Okay, Rhonda. Hopefully you sent it by messenger. Daniel, are you working on a computer or a smartphone? On the phone next to your computer. Okay. All right, so let me lay the groundwork because we're getting the cart in front of the horse here. Daniel is an artist who is working with Jolt Book, and he is about to release a new book through Jolt Book, and we are also introducing you to him through Teaching Adult Coloring and the live. So right now the date that we're going to be having him come online for a full introduction color along is tentative date is April 27th. Excuse me. So Daniel, I'm going to pull you on live for a few minutes just so everybody can get the face to the name. So what you need to do is just press the request to come on live, and I'll approve it, and then we'll get you chatting a little bit. So we are excited. Okay. To do this, let me get this going here. Ta-da! And we'll see if we can get this connection going. And by the way, while we're working on that, I wanted to show you that I added a little bow on the top of the hair in black on this piece. So again, this is where I added the sand. Yeah, I sent the request. You should have gotten it, and then you need to accept it. So basically, I'm calling this one done. And this is the one that I also added little pebbles to it. Okay, volume is up a little bit. Okay, let me cut the volume. There we go. And now I have to use my indoor voice. Okay, Daniel, you should be getting a request. Connection failed. All right. Daniel, let's go ahead, try and connect again. So I decided I wanted to show you this and just show you the different things that you can do with it. And this is where you need to be careful that you don't overload. And the sand, actual sand, guys, actual pebbles. The sand adds the texture to the back of it. And then, of course, now by having the darker sand, we've got the woman here, and that front has come through. So I think we're in good shape with that. And I put a few little sand scuffs on here too. So I had lots of fun. Oh, I'm here, Denise, or Dawn, thank you. Thank you guys for checking on me. Like I said, I had a tree go down in the yard and the guy was here. And yeah, it's going to be personal taste whether you like the sand or not. And that's fine. Again, I'm just showing you different options for this. And zoom in. Zoom in. Come on, zoom in. Okay, we'll see what we can do. So I put a little bow on the head here in black. And this, you know, this is the kind of piece, guys, we got a lot going on. And this is where you need to work with that coloring, is what do you do when you've got a lot going on? Oh, the hand on the face detracts from it. Yeah, well, I had no control over that, of course. Okay, Daniel, it's still trying to add you. All right. Okay, so I'm going to be working on this for a few minutes, and then I'm going to pop on to the next thing. But wait, there's more. Zoom out. Zoom in. Okay, that's all right. We'll make it work. So now you've got this whole piece here that I've been working on. It's a 2-page spread. And this particular piece is Animals of the World by DK Publishing. So this is another example of where we've got a lot of busy stuff going on. And the question is, how do you balance that and make it work? So I put some blue through here. It was too dark the other night, so I showed you how to tamper that color down. And as I was looking at this, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and add one more stream of blue. So to me, these colors right now under the chin are one set of colors, which is here. So we're lightened up just a little bit. Then we've got the arm here, and then we've got the rest of this. And as I got to looking at this, that looked a little off balance to me. So I'm going to go ahead and just quickly show you how I'm going to change that. And also, This will show you again how that original blue is looking. So again, for the sake of balance, I'm going to go ahead and add this line. Hey, Dawn, do me a favor. Oh, my. Could you entertain the folk for a minute? I completely forgot something that I wanted to show you that I got in mail, and I managed to not bring it up. Okay, so let's talk about our duet coloring. I'll be right back, Dawn. Thank you. Oh my gosh, guys, look what just came in. Okay, which one of you peeps did this? There wasn't a card with it or a note. Which one of you lovelies did this? Okay. And we are talking about animals being killed. How do we get on that subject, guys? All right, Daniel, let's keep trying to get you in here. Oh my gosh. What a surprise, guys. Thank you to whoever sent it. Who sent it? Fess up. Beautiful, beautiful book. For 14/21 from dot 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 Okay, who sent it? Look at this, guys. Beautiful, beautiful book. I'm just going to do a quick flip through on this. Here we go. Daniel, please work on getting back in again. Look at this, guys. Yeah, Helen sure did her contribution last night. For those of you that don't know, Helen sent us 2 $100 gift certificates in US dollars. Beautiful. Okay, so we're still trying to get Daniel. We are too old to know 90s groups. Love this. Beautiful, beautiful book. So now we have this in our library. Thank you to Mystery Person. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and again, guys, from Helen, not one $100 contribution, but 2 $100 contributions. We're still trying to get Daniel in here. Okay. And the other thing I got from Amazon is a big box with shelving in it. So I'm going to have to lug those pieces up one by one into my studio and put all my supplies on it. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Well, Helen, that'll be a great boost to the group. Okay. If I'm flipping too fast, let me know. Oh my gosh, guys, the possibilities in these are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so here we go. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. No, Lila, we've already got those set for supplies. And again, this is from Hannah Carlzon, Twilight Garden. A lot of you know it. And now we've got it. Oh man, look at that. You guys are driving me crazy with this stuff. Okay. You can't seem to get connected? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, Daniel, turn your phone from portrait to landscape. Try it that way. I'm sorry, did I misspeak? Maria Troll, I am so sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Not Hannah Carlzone, Maria Troll. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh man, guys, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? We do some nice fur on the fox and then burst the flowers around it. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. Love it. Oop, this one's a little busy, but beautiful. Yeah, Daniel, please keep trying. Nice. Well, whoever sent this, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Oh, so anyway, my Amazon package is shelving. So I've got this huge, massive shelving, metal shelving. It holds buku weight. And I'll be putting all my books on it. Because oh, look at that. And look at this. Oh my gosh. That's probably the next one I would do when I'm ready to work out of this book. Oh, putty tats, putty tats. All right, let's get this. Okay, Daniel, I pushed the adding button. You should be getting a message there. Beautiful, beautiful piece. I am so proud of you guys. You're so supportive of this group. No radishes in this book. Oh, look at that. Yeah, and the hardcover is really neat. Now, unfortunately, these are back to back. That's right. And this would look out of this world too, down of course, with that black. And there's the last piece. Okay, you switched over to your computer? Okay. Try that. And yes, that's the big thing, guys. Print them out on copiers. That's really the thing to do. I need to put a little sticky note on this. Just keep trying, Daniel. We'll get there. All right, let me put my sticky here. Now, I'm also letting you know I'm doing a massive updating of the affiliate list. And I am adding all, and I mean all, of Dawn's books. Oh, nice try, Helen. Yeah, Dawn, if you could kind of help Daniel with this, that would be great. Tell them about mine. What, your list? That's what I was talking about, Dawn. All of Dawn's coloring books are going on our affiliate list. No, not the 800 books coloring. And then, of course, don't forget we've got our contest going on with Dawn. Okay, that's why, Daniel, you need to do it on your phone. So go back to your phone. For some reason, the computer doesn't have it, but the phone does. Okay, well, Dawn, if you could help him, that would be great. 118. Okay. So last night I was telling you I'm doing the outside, and what I'm doing now is I'm going ahead and adding my blue. And by adding this blue, that is giving us more balance, I feel. So I'm just going to run just a little bit down here. Jillian, hello. Jillian, we're trying to get Daniel connected. Okay, he's got another request. Okay, now Daniel, there should be something on your end that you press that lets you join. Okay, I just accepted it. So while you guys are doing that, I'll show you how I'm balancing this out. And I think that this one line right here is going to be enough. I'm not even going to join that up here. But what I will do is I'll go ahead and add a little bit of bunching of that blue. Okay. We got this. Yeah, I think that's enough right there. All right, does everybody see now that we've got a little bit better balance on this entire piece? Didn't take much, just wanted to go ahead and run that blue. Now this is the same blue that I used last time. So now I'm going to go ahead and tamper down that color because it was a little bit brighter than what I wanted. And I showed you how I did that last night. Yeah, Jillian, if you and Dawn could help Daniel, that would be great. And hello to everybody that I missed saying hello to. Hello to the folks up in the balcony watching. Hey, Jojo. Okay. Much, much better. Okay. And we'll try this again. Yeah, Helen, just working through the process right now. Yeah, and Daniel, if you have, as Dawn's pointing out, if you have a slow bandwidth weather in the area, that can be an issue as well. It's trying to add you right now. Okay, I am much happier with that. So what I was doing last night is I was working on these leaves. All right, it says connection failed. And don't forget, guys, this eye, which is the showpiece of the piece, is been done with this dragonfly. It's a top coat, color changing. All right. Now, the really neat thing about doing a piece like this is it allows you to come up with some really neat color schemes that are working with each other. So if you have a color that looks like it's sticking out like a sore thumb, that's where you want to go ahead and tamp it down. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with having this red running through the whole piece. Now, if you wanted to do this that had less channels of the color, maybe wider widths of the colors, that is perfectly acceptable. Again, everybody has their own thing. Okay. So now what I want you to see here is I'm going through and I am doing this. I showed you this last night, is I'm working this with very light. Oh, so Julie, you were holding your pencil too close to the tip. Notice how I'm holding it on the back here. This particular green is an olive yellow. Okay. We're trying, Helen. Okay. We're still trying to add Daniel. So the requests are coming through. It's just not connecting for some reason. Okay. Now, don't worry if your coloring is a little popcorny. I'm not worried about the blending right now. Right now, I just want to get all my base colors down. So Daniel, are you trying to join on your computer or on your phone? You've got to do it on your smart device. And just make sure that you're holding it horizontally. Now, for those of you that have been with me for a long time now, what I'm doing is the epitome of what I always tell you is to come in with the tinting first. Okay, request is coming through and I pushed approve. Let's see if that does it. So Ashley says, let's see. Yeah, I know. Ashley always requests to join. Swipe comments off and back on, and a request to join broadcast pops up every time. No, Daniel, don't worry about this, and you're not holding it up at all. As Jillian said, this is why we do this. Now, if you want to go ahead and add just a little bit of shading on your on your tinting, that's fine. Now, in this case, I'm going ahead and darkening the tip just a little bit on this. And then again, this is not where you're worrying about your final colors or your shading. All right, let me fill this in. Yeah, Denise, go ahead, or Dawn. Why am I calling you Denise tonight? Dawn, your name is Denise now. Yeah, go ahead and try and join Dawn. Okay. No one calls you that. Okay, I pushed the approval button, Dawn. You should be able to come in. And it won't let you. Interesting. Okay, so it's a connection problem with Facebook. Okay, go ahead and try again. Hold on, Helen, don't try yet. I haven't tried your connection yet. Helen, I'm trying to get Dawn connected. Right, Daniel, don't worry about it. This is why, like Jillian said, this is why we do this. Okay. Helen, go ahead and try. All right, the reason that I'm taking the time now is that I want to fill up this area right around. The outside here. I want you to think of this tinting to think of it as placeholders. Well, let's do it this way, Daniel. We can try this tomorrow night. And if you guys send your trouble tickets, like Dawn is suggesting, Facebook has been doing a lot of updating. Yeah, that's a good point. Go ahead and try it, Ashley. All right, let me do a couple more areas of this green, and then let me show you what I have in mind for the outside here. Normally I feel like a kid in this group, but now you feel old. Ashley, you want to try and join? We'll give this one more go, and then we'll try again tomorrow night. Now, this is all going to make sense in a minute. Yeah, I'm serious. Go ahead and try. I'm old. I eat cake, not listen to it. Well, Helen, because we can't join, that doesn't necessarily mean it's on my end, because I have no control over that at all. The requests are coming through, so it's got to be something to do with the overall system. Okay. Now I'm introducing just a little bit of the light blue into the mix. Okay. Okay, Ashley, I just approved you. We'll see if it goes through. Everything's working on this end. I get an adding, flashing adding bar. Okay. I think it's a system-wide thing. Okay. What I'm hoping that you're seeing now is that by filling in this green very lightly around the outside now, that's really going to help you with the balance of the entire piece. It let you join, but you got booted. Try it again, Ashley. I think it's a Facebook issue. All right, we'll just try this one more time here. And then that'll be it. Okay. Okay, Ashley, now it says the guest declined the invitation. So the message has changed. The message has changed.
I made it. I'm on. I told you because I'm the one that didn't want to be on camera. I would make it on. So what I had to do was I had to click the little lock thing that keeps your screen from turning automatically when you turn your phone. I had to turn that off and then click join.
Oh. Okay, does everybody hear that? That she
Yeah.
She had to turn her lock screen off.
Yeah.
There we go. Ashley, turn your...
but it wasn't working. Just turning my phone. I had to be able to turn my screen. So.
Okay. Turn your coloring piece the other way. It's upside down on the screen.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna dare point it at my face. So you can stare at my desk.
That looks absolutely beautiful. And I love how you've aged that outside.
It's been a work in progress.
Nice piece.
I'm trying to finish it.
How long have you been working on it, Ashley?
Let me see if I dated this book. I think I got this book for my birthday, so since January.
Okay. Oh, so this one piece since January? Okay.
Yeah, cool. I had to start with the background, and then I had to do some research on how to do black, and then birds.
Okay. And what did you use to do that research? Did you Google that information?
YouTube.
YouTube, okay. So in other words, and that's a good point that I'm bringing up, is that either YouTube or Google to research how to do some of these things. For example, that outside edge that she's making it look like torn paper, that piece is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. I tried to.
So what are you using on it? Go ahead.
I tried a treasure map version too in Johanna's new book. We'll see how it works out.
Okay.
I don't know if it all fits.
Oh, how
See
cool
how it
is
works
that?
out. I like those because it doesn't go through.
Okay.
We shall see.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, that really is funny, Ashley, because you would always accidentally push the button to come on camera and didn't mean to, and now we're trying to get you on there. So
I knew it was going to work
that's
too.
pretty
I said, I'm
funny.
going to look at my face because I know.
So you're not going to stick your face in the camera and let us see you real quick?
No, I'm not. I would prefer to show off my artwork versus my face.
Oh, come on. We're not judgmental. All right. Well, good. Well, good. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for helping us with that. And again, love how you're doing that pirate. That's definitely a piece that I want to do. So we'll see how that works out. All right, Ash. Thank you so much. You take care.
To figure out how to leave.
I'll take care of that. Good night.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So if your phone lock is on, you can't rotate your screen. I'm trying to add you right now, Daniel. Yeah, Ashley did a really great job. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, and thank you for holding up, Jillian, until we get this figured out. So for anybody trying to get added, just make sure your screen lock is off. You can check the setting, Daniel. Okay, rotation option off. Okay, try to join again, Daniel. Okay, so we'll get the screen background here. I'll bet you that's going to do it too, Daniel. If you had your lock on when you try to join again, that's probably going to let you do it now. So whenever you're ready. Okay, Daniel, I'm adding you right now. And make sure your phone is horizontal. Yeah, Daniel, your phone has to be horizontal. And then also you can do your turn commenting off and then turn it back on again Okay, everybody see now how I'm getting this green filled in? So try that with your commenting, Daniel, off and then back on. And then try joining again, please, with your phone in the horizontal position and your lock rotation off. Jillian, you still with us? And meanwhile, what I want you guys to see now is you can see how me filling this in the background. Is going to work on getting this whole piece here. Okay, we'll do, Daniel. I've only got one more leaf to color. Cool. Try it again, Daniel. Please. We so love our technology. Okay. We're all going to have a heart attack when this works. It's driving me crazy. Okay. How gorgeous is this, guys? So now I'm doing my last piece on my leaves. And get this little corner right here. What's really weird is why Dawn couldn't get on, because she never has trouble. All right, everybody see how this piece is coming out now as soon as I pull out? Look at that. So here's another thing too, and I've talked about this a lot and did it tonight too as well. Your screen was locked. Oh, bad girl, Dawn. All right, notice how this light green now is looking really terrific against all of this with the Chameleon. Oh, good night, Pearl. So, Pearl, you're not going to work on staying up a little later tonight? Hey, Daniel, now that you've changed all your settings, pull out of the room completely and then come back in again. Good night, Pearl. Good night, Pearl. Good night, Pearl. So lovely to have you here. And I really, really, really like the lightness of all this. So now, again, you've got this light background. And the darker Chameleon. Here you go. So now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead. Okay. Now, I got a messenger request from you which I declined because that's totally different than this. Daniel. So you just want to make sure that you're doing a room request to come in. So please try that again. Okay, so heads up, guys. I'm taking my white pencil Yeah, I believe it's Facebook. There's something really bizarre going on. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm taking a pencil and I am, there we go. And you would think that Facebook would love me because I broadcast every night. So I'm taking a white pencil, Prismacolor, and I'm holding it by the very end. And I'm now going over all these leaves with it. And what that's going to do is that will smooth out all of these, all of this pop and stuff. Keep trying, Daniel. What that is doing now is that is really softening up this whole background here. So this is another technique that you can use. Now, some of this white on my black. Just going to go ahead and erase that. And if it doesn't all come off, you go back in with your marker, which is what I used. And darken that again. So this is going to be an extensive use now of my white pencil. And for those of you that wonder about blending, this is a really cool way to make your background go softer. Oh, that's good, Rhonda. Yeah, you're using your white and blacks more. Yeah. And I hope that everybody can see how this is making it look really soft. And I've talked to you before about this with fabric. And making that look soft as well. Here we go. And don't forget to rotate your pencil. And that's especially important when you're doing this on larger areas like this. Okay. And if somebody will say something like hello or tell me how my level is, I'd appreciate it. I want to make sure we didn't lock up the last comment that I saw. There you go. Got to hop off. Sean is home. Okay. We'll do the winners tomorrow night, Jillian. Thank you. All right, we're good. We are good. Now, when I'm doing this larger leaf, notice that I'm coloring in the direction of the leaf. Okay, so another request is coming through here. Teresa Davis. Hello, Teresa, if you're coming in. Oh, you invited Teresa Davis today. There you go. Thank you, Lila. How cool is that? Lila, send her a text and tell her I'd love to have her come in as an appearing artist, as a guest artist. Tell her I don't bite. Good night, Jean. So good to see you again, sweetie. It's been a while. All right, see if I can get my zoomies working. Got several other books as well. Hey guys, I'm back. ILene Vick here with Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. We are having all sorts of technical problems tonight. Facebook is stalling. I can't get people to get in on the group. But that's okay. We'll work on it. All right. Zoom in. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through and I'm blending everything in the background with my white pencil. And what I really want you to see with this, zoom out. Let me get that back. Zoom out. All right, no. We will make it work. What I want you to notice now is that by going through with this white pencil on the background, that is causing this part of the chameleon now to sharpen up. Now, I'm obviously avoiding the black areas, right? But as you can see, look at underneath the chameleon, how much this nose is starting to show up. So the more that background is blended in, the more that chameleon stands out. And I really, really hope that you can see that on camera. I definitely can see it on my screen. And the effect, guys, is absolutely beautiful. Anybody have any questions or comments about that? Okay. Now, the one thing that I would caution about when you're doing this is just make sure that when you blend your dark and your lighter colors separately, and that's just so that you don't get transfer. So as you notice right now, I'm going ahead and working on my darker colors with this background. And then clean off your pencil and then go back to your lighter colors. Look how cool that looks, guys. And can you guys see now how this is starting to pop forward? Let me know so I know that you can hear me. Absolutely beautiful, guys. And be absolutely sure when you do this that you keep turning your pencil so that you have a sharper point and you don't get off your color. Could somebody comment for me so that I know that you are hearing me okay? Now, normally when you're coloring, I would tell you to color along the direction of whatever you're coloring. But in this case, we want everything to be lighter. So it's okay if you're going over your black lines. Okay. Wow. Look at this, guys. See how that's popping forward now because I'm blurring the background. All right. And what I want you to see now in the difference between these two pieces is the Chameleon is popping forward from the coloring, and because I used a lot of the white in the background, and on this side you don't see that dimension. Yeah, Lila, I'm not seeing comments at all. Can you comment something in the room for me? And I am not seeing any comments, folks, so I will keep broadcasting under the assumption that you can see me. Okay. So if you're saying anything to me, I cannot see it. So I'll just go on. I'll keep going on with what I'm trying to teach here. Okay. All right. Well, at least that's working. All right. So again, guys, I cannot see comments in the room. Something's going on with Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up making this background softer and blurred, and then I'll probably sign off early because this is frustrating me like you wouldn't believe. Zoom out. So thank you for coming in to visit, but I just can't see comments right now. All right. This too shall pass. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay. Actually, guys, I'll just probably stay on camera. I just need you to know that I can't see your comments. But I want you to learn this, so I'll power through. Now, I'm really bearing down with this white pencil because I want this to smudge. And blend. And I do want a healthy coating of this white. So this is the one exception where, you know, I tell you to tone in your colors, just to tint them in. Let the pencil do the work. Well, this time I am pushing the boundary on it. Zoom out. Zoom out. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look how soft now this entire background looks and how this is pulling this forward. Now, there are some areas here where I got my white onto my black. No biggie, of course. Just go ahead and erase that out. And because I used my Cali Art markers on this to do the background, it's in there. It's not going to come up. All right. And I'm taking the time to clean this off now because I want you to see how terrific this is looking once you get cleaned up with all this. And I'm also taking the time to do this. Zoom in. Zoom in. Because it really shows now the softness of where I put this white over the green. And guys, I can't say this enough. Zoom in. Sweat the details. So this takes 2 seconds to clean up, but it's worth the time, and I should say it's worth the time. Because it gives you an excellent visual now of this overall process. And this is why I am all about keeping my pieces clean as I go along. So if I go over the edge with something, I like to pause and clean that. So let me get these little areas here, and then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Now, if you don't want to go through and erase all this, of course, just go back over with your marker. No biggie. And the other alternative is, if you don't want to use your marker for some reason, grab your black pen, which I will have to do anyway, either with the marker or the pen because of the way some of this is erasing off. But I want you to see the process of this while you're coloring or doing whatever you're doing. And then what I'm going to do once I get this black cleaned off, I'm almost done with that. I'm going to, oh, Maddie, I'm seeing that comment. Lila, can you comment in the room? I didn't know they were coming up. Okay, I'm seeing comments now. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. Here you go. Look how beautifully now that chameleon pops. And that, guys, is what I want you to see. So with the simple addition of a white pencil and taking the time to go after each leaf and using that white pencil to soften it, that is really bringing up that chameleon, and that's exactly what I wanted. Well, and there's no rhyme or reason to this commenting. I mean, it's all coming through right now. It just all of a sudden started back up again. So hi, Wanda. Hey, Wanda, remind me what you used on the fairies to make that misty look. What did you use? I thought I recall that you used chalk. I'll tell you guys, I'm so frustrated right now, I could spit nails. I had some really neat things that I wanted to show you. Chalk pastels, yeah. Thank you, Wanda. So I'm going to grab my chalk pastels and I'm going to show you this as well. And this is what I thought I remembered that Wanda has used. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm not planning a Helen contest right now. I've got several that are going on. Dawn just started one. All right, so I'm taking my white pastel and I'm putting that on top of my green areas, okay? Leaving the black alone. Zoom in. So that is another way here to go ahead and soften this up. I'll have to double check, Wanda. I don't know what she is listing, you know, doing the contest prize around. Okay, so I'm loading on the white chalk right now. And that is another way to dull down and soften all these leaves. Now, it's really good for these larger areas, but when you want to get in between here, that's where your white pencil is going to make the difference. And honestly, I'm just going to have to go back over this with my Ohuhu black, which is fine. No biggie. Zoom out. But again, guys, what I really what you wanted to see is that by going with the white, yeah, and I may do that with the second $100 for prizes. Yeah, it depends what we do with it. When I run a contest with Helen, I will go ahead and use that to do that. All right, so let me go ahead and add some white to this. And it really depends. Zoom in. Zoom in. It really depends how much you want to dull this down. And it depends on the area that you have. Like I said, these are large areas of green, so I can go ahead and just chunk that off. And make it softer. Now, could I have just used the chalk pastels? Not really. I don't think it would give me that look that I want enough. So I'm using this as an enhancement. And keep in mind that when you're using chalk pastels now, you're going over your lines as well. So if you want to keep the lines of your leaves and just do the dulling down of the color, it's better to use your pencil. All right. So let's get an overall look at this, guys. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So that background now is looking really soft. And as a result, the Chameleon is popping forward. Okay, now I'm going to do one more little thing here to make that pop further. And you've got to be really careful when you do this. Yeah, that eye is out of this world. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through with some gray. Zoom in. And I'm going to add a very, very subtle zoom in. Shading of gray. And I'm mostly going to stick to the edges here. To pick that up. Now, normally, when you do something like this, you're going to shadow with the color that you are next to. So, convention is I would be using green to cast that shadow, but because I have so much stuff going on, I'm going ahead in this case and using the gray. Now, this is one of those things your brain sees it and not necessarily your eye. And what I want you to notice too is I'm using the multiple strokes right next to the image and then coming out with the lighter gray. Zoom out. Now, when you do this, you want to be very, very subtle about it. I can't emphasize that enough, guys. Everybody see how now I'm starting to have that gray? And again, I'm getting more further definition with this. And again, be absolutely sure that you blend out that gray. You do not want stark lines around this. So I'm coming out about 1/4 of an inch roughly with the gray once I do my shading right next to the Chameleon. Zoom out. And I really hope that you can see how this subtle shading now is really popping this. Take your time to make it work. Zoom in. Now, when you do this gray, I'm even taking the gray and coming in a little bit, bit on my Chameleon itself. And that's giving me an additional look of depth on it. Questions, comments? I'm confused, Lila. I thought you were completely cut off from Amazon. Okay. Zoom out. So it's just enough of a little bit of gray around this whole outside here. To give this the depth that we want and the pop that we want. So between blurring the background to recede the background and sharpening the foreground with the gray, we're getting a really, really great dimensional look on this. And don't forget, I'm taking the gray right back into the piece. So I'm highlighting a gray line on the outside of that last scale to further make it look dimensional. So it's not just a matter, guys, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. It's not just a matter of me running gray on the outside of this piece. It's the combination of putting the gray directly on the outside of the last scale, of the outermost scale, and then coming out with that gray right onto where my leaf is. Everybody see that subtle move that I'm making? Amazon Anonymous. Okay. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right, guys, look at that. We've got some pretty serious dimension going on with this, and that's what I wanted you to see. And what I'll do is I'll go back over the black where I had my white, because I put my white chalk on here and that affected this black. No biggie. Now, I'm going to play with this just a little bit more. I'm going to take, and I'm going to switch over to a black for this. But you got to be careful when you do it. Zoom in. So now I'm going to go through And I'm going to very carefully do the same type of thing right on the chameleon itself. And by putting in this little bit of black, now don't get dumb with it. You want to go very lightly with it. You don't ever want to see a distinct line with this. But I want you to see now how that's going to lift this off the page. Everybody see now how that's starting to lift up as well? And anybody have any question or comment about this? It's really important, guys, that you see this technique and embrace it. Zoom out. Same pattern here all the way through. Well, that's cool, Lila. I hope he's going to let you release it and show it. Now I'm going back with a very, very light touch and I'm literally just coloring the black over these scales near where I put this line. And that's where we're getting lots and lots of shadow and dimension on this. Don't be afraid of that. Now, if you wanted to, you could also play around with this with the other scales, but you need to be careful of the effect that you want and get. So if you wanted to go ahead and pull up this brown just a little bit, all I'm doing here is I'm just literally hitting it with a little bit of a outline of black. Not much. And then blending it out. Everybody see how I'm doing that? And now you can decide what layers and what streams of scales that you want to pop in that dimension. But you want to be careful because you don't want to ruin the beautiful effect that we have around the main portion of the eye and this earpiece, if you want to call it that. All right, and then real quick, is I'm going to go ahead and do that same thing around the outside of the leg. And again, be very, very judicious with this, guys. And then the last thing I would say is if you have a couple of little areas that you want to pop as well, go ahead and do that. And what I want you to notice with this is I'm just going through and streaking in a little bit of this black along some of these areas, okay? And then I would go ahead and rub over this entire piece. Okay. And what I want you to notice here where I'm highlighting this, zoom in, is I'm highlighting around, for example, this spot of turquoise. And then if you feel the need to blend that, go ahead. So this is just a little bit of touch up now that I'm doing, okay? Zoom out, zoom out. All right, let me do this. See if I can get this angle showing better. I've got to adjust the camera a little bit, so hold on. And that'll give us a better view. There you go. How does that look to you guys? Give me feedback. Now, one area that we can go ahead and work on this depth a little bit is this eye. So let's really pop that eye here. And the way I'm going to do that now is surround this all the way around with the darker black towards the outside. And then bring in that gray, well, the black. But I'm going to come in really light so it looks like there's the gray on it. And remember, guys, you want a really light touch. All right, so now we've got a really good view of that eye. I think we're in pretty good shape, guys. So the huge concept that I want you to see in all this is I went ahead and I made a milky background to pop the chameleon forward. I went ahead and added the shading around, I guess its ear, and around this jawline in various areas. And you can go ahead and play with that then. I think we're in good shape. And I highlighted the arm. Zoom in. So now I'm just doing a little bit of tweaking here. Zoom out. There we go. So I'm going to add a couple of extras tomorrow, and I'll call this one done. I'm actually ready. I'll spray it, and then if I have anything else that I want to do with this, I'll do that. And I definitely have to add our little ladybug. So yeah, I'm very happy with this project. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, I probably will recoat the eye. It's glistening though pretty well, it really is. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Let's see how that shine is there. Yeah, I'll recoat it. We'll make sure we've got that glisten and that sparkle in it. And notice also, the more that I coat this, the duller the eye becomes in the center, and that's exactly the look that I want. Isn't that cool? If you wanted to, you could just add oh my gosh, guys, just a hint of black. I am very happy with that eye. I'm glad you guys like it. It is the centerpiece. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, I'm calling it. Not too bad of a finish considering we had such a rocky beginning. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I'm calling this one substantially done except for a few things. It's from Animals of the World by DK Publishing. Have a good rest of the evening. Joyous, joyous coloring, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Hopefully we won't have so many technical difficulties. All right, guys, take care. Ash, thank you so much for being willing to come on camera. At least you're coloring. Take care, guys.